The beauty of sheep hunting is in the challenges that it presents to you. My first client was from the lower 48. We had a challenging hunt. He determined pretty early on in the hunt that he wasn't going to climb a mountain. And unfortunately, that's where mountain sheep live. There was one tremendous ram that we saw. About halfway to that ram, he sat down and offered me several $1,000s to go shoot it for him. I said, you know, I could do that, but I said, I've got far too much respect for the Dall sheep. I said, the cool thing about sheep is that you have to earn them. And if you aren't willing to put in the effort, then you don't get one. That's how it works.
And we all want to be down to something more than ourselves. 'Cause you can't always...
Yeah, how's things looking?
There's drizzle at Jerry's towards lower DFW, up the Arctic right to the pass to Death Valley, at the bottom end of the orthogonal looking fine. Might also be able to get over to the Brunswick now.
Okay, well, we'll start with this trip and then we'll see what we see. Arctic Red River Outfitters is a small family-run company that provides opportunities for adventure-style hunts in a wilderness setting. That first sheep hunt, it was just a lot of fun. I mean, I can clearly remember it being physically really difficult. It was just a hell of an experience for me. I knew that was something that I really wanted to do. After that, I was pretty much addicted. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, welcome to camp. I started at Arctic Red when I was 17 as a packer. Worked as a guide, pilot, and now operating the company. The thing that really strikes you coming in from any direction to the Mackenzies is how remote it is. It's 350 miles of wilderness between Whitehorse and the base camp on the Arctic Red River. You really get a sense of the scale of it. You feel pretty small. You know, usually it's been a long enough wait, usually 2 or 3 years, but then they're finally here. We get them out into the mountains right away. The following day is when the hunt begins. It's not so much the animal itself, but really it's the country they live in that attracts people to hunting sheep. You have a chance to gain a lot of altitude, and when you get up high, you get a different perspective, you get a different view. You're working really hard at it. You're glassing long distances. When you see an animal, it's only the beginning. The question is, how easy do you make the hunt? The typical comment that I'll get from most people that have done any sheep hunting is that it's changed them somehow. They didn't realize what they were capable of doing. So I always hesitated to take that away from people by making it easier. We don't try to put you in a position where we think the sheep are going to be. We put you into a position where we think you're going to have the best chance of systematically hunting a mountain range and finding out what's there for sheep. When you do it that way, at least in the Arctic Red country, you tend to do a lot better.
New country, new rounds, not spooking them. Just find them.
Oh, he just drew. Nice shot.
measure of success in a sheep hunt has got nothing to do with inches of horn. And when you harvest a ram and you're bringing home with you something that represents those experiences, but the experiences are what really important. They may not realize it at the start. They might feel like they're paying for a dull sheep hunt, but by the end of it, I bet you if you asked a lot of them, they wouldn't say that anymore. They don't talk about as much the ram that they killed as they do everything else that happened while they were out there. That's why I'd prefer that the hunts were longer and longer and harder, because it just gives people more of an opportunity to get what they really came for. It's kind of like a really good book. You don't go out and buy a really good book with the intention of reading just the last page and then throwing it away, which is what a hunt with the focus of a harvest is. And to read the last page and throw the rest of the book away doesn't do the author any justice. These kind of wilderness adventures, it's like reading a chapter at a time. And the last page is usually pretty good, but because you've read the whole book. Just the other day when we were doing the hunt changeover and I was flying a fella out to start his sheep hunt, he said, you know, this is the most beautiful country I've ever seen. He said, I thought I wanted to come take a big ram. He says, but he said, I can already see that I don't care.
The perfect client.